Hey y'all, I'm gonna do a quick video here on how to use this CTA-9171 camshaft insulation tool. It's also equivalent to the Volvo 999-5450, I think. It's for 5-cylinder turbocharged engines, and it's the tool for installing the rear cam seal. So in my case, I have one on the exhaust. So this thing comes in a box like this, and the instructions, quite frankly, leave a lot to be desired. And there's nothing in the Volvo Vita that I could find either. So I figured it out, but some people had trouble and broke bolts off and camshafts and stuff. So anyway, when you get the thing, it comes together, comes out of the box basically like this. It'll have this nut screwed down on it, and this O-rings on top of it. So you'll need to get a 14 millimeter deep socket and just turn the bolt off, the nut off of the shaft. And then it's like this, it comes apart. And then you'll see that this piece here is removable. And it's got a little section that's got a groove in it, and it's got a flat section. My car, I needed to use the flat section, so it pops on like that. Then you take your nut and you thread it onto the bolt, just like this. Thread it all the way down. So you end up with this right here, okay? Then you take this tool and you shove it through like this, okay? And then you take a little O-ring that came with the tool, and if you look at the screw or bolt, there's a little groove right here. All right, you put the O-ring in that groove, and I just kind of reached down there with my hands and made it work. I've also got some seal tools here that I can kind of help push it on with, but anyway, get it on there. It's not too terribly difficult. Hard doing it one-handed, but not too difficult with two. A couple of things here. You do need to get the O-ring installed properly. It does two things. One, it does help hold the bolt onto the tool. Secondly, it gives a stopping point for when you're turning the bolt into the camshaft from the car. I've already installed the camshaft seal, which is why the tool's apart and everything, and which is why I'm going to have a struggle here in a minute to get the old seal over on the tool. The new seal is much more pliable and will fit properly. So just note that. Then you take your seal. This is my old seal, okay? Put oil on the outside and the inside. I just used motor oil. I guess you could use some lightweight grease. And then it gets pushed on to the little lip here, like that. And I'm trying to do this one-handed, so it's not going to go so well, not so easy. But anyway, I think you get the idea. Hang on. So there, you've got it on. The O-ring's down on the little bolt here. I'm not going to struggle to get it on there with one hand, quite frankly. But anyway, O-ring's down there. You got this bolt in here. The O-ring, I think, helps hold the bolt in place. And then you take the tool and you bring it over here, seal and all. Bring it over to your car. The more observant of you will note that my camshaft seal is already installed, like I said earlier. Okay, so there's your camshaft. Take this and you run the bolt into the end of the camshaft like this. I got stuff in the way. Run it down in there and get it started. Okay, and then once you get it started and you've reached the end of the nut, it'll stop tightening. Then you take a couple of wrenches. You take a couple of wrenches. The outer one's a 17, and the inner one is this is a 15. And basically, you hold the big nut steady, counter hold it, and you use the little nut. The little nut turns the tool in, and you turn the little nut down until it stops, and that's as far as you want to go. When it stops, don't go any further, or you might break the bolt off. So anyway, took me a little while to figure that out. The instructions, like I said earlier, are for crap. So when you get done, you can kind of see the seal down there. The front of the seal is supposed to be on the edge of the bevel part. So there's a bevel here, and where the bevel ends is where the front of the seal is supposed to be. Sorry, my finger's in the way right there. That's how it's supposed to end up according to Volvo. And some people do this without the tool. They use, I think it's a 30mm socket and such, and I wanted to do this one time and get it done right, so I paid the 65 bucks or so for the tool and just did it. So anyway, that's it. Again, hope this helps someone. I'll check at you later.